hello, welcome back to yet another match night stream. And आज फिलहाल मैं अकेला हूँ, तो we'll be joined by the two experts on the show in a couple of while. But आज का मैच कोलकाता versus Sunrisers Hyderabad है. Hyderabad just lost their one wicket, the big wicket of Abhishek Sharma, the man who starred in the last two games. तो देखते हैं आज क्या होता है. But KKR put up a great fight. आफ्टर लूजिंग इनिशियल विकेट. एंड्रे रसेल, तो रसेल के बारे में कुछ कहना चाहूंगा, तो कमेंट सेक्शन में जाके एक पोल हमने डाल दिया है कि शुड रसेल हैव बैटेड हायर अप द ऑर्डर. तो लेट्स सी व्हाट यू गाइस थिंक. आई पर्सनली फील कि रसेल शुड हैव बैटेड लिटिल बिट अबाउट द ऑर्डर, बट that is what the KKR batting lineup looks like. So they have such a dominating batting lineup already. तो रसेल को कहाँ फिट करेंगे. But yes, we comment section में आप बता दो आपके क्या राय है of this match. So hi to Sonu Shrestha here. Welcome back Sonu. It's good to see you after a long time. तो till the time मतलब कोई आते हैं पैनल मेंबर्स में, let us not talk about the match. तो फिलहाल कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स lost the toss and एक बात मुझे समझ नहीं आ रही है बेसिकली कि लास्ट फ्यू मैचेस से ऐसे ट्रेंड आया कि द टीम बैटिंग फर्स्ट इज विनिंग. एंड जो चेजिंग का जमाना था, लाइक स्टार्टिंग में सब टॉस जीत के चेजिंग कर रहे थे, नाउ इट इज स्लोली कैचिंग अप. लाइक जो टॉस हार रहे हैं, दे आर द वंस विनिंग द मैच. यस्टरडे आल्सो वी सॉ एन अमेजिंग बॉलिंग परफॉर्मेंस फ्रॉम गुजरात टाइटंस. सो लेट्स सी वेदर दैट ट्रेंड चेंजेस. सो शंकर कपूर भी आए हैं इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. हेलो शंकर, गुड टू सी यू ऑन द शो. आप नए दिख रहे हो, अगर आपको हमारे कंटेंट पसंद आ रहा हो, डेफिनेटली like this channel, subscribe to our channel, and your support would really be value to us. तो कव्याश कह रहे कि can we say that Venki is one season wonder? Difficult to say, but yeah, मतलब जो expectations थे, it didn't really paid up. जो भी मतलब ये साल के थे, and unfortunately for him, Hardik Pandya is the one performing. Yeah, we are joined by Amog here. Amog, late addition to the panel, but always
exactly late and unplanned addition as well.
Yeah, that is the beauty of this job, Amog. मतलब कभी भी कुछ भी आ सकता है, but good to see you on the panel. मुझे लगा कि आज मैं अकेला ही comment section से interact करूंगा, but
आएंगे और आएंगे.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, जय भाई कह रहे, hey bro, bad game last night. Yeah, राजस्थान रॉयल्स की बात ही ना करे तो बेटर है. आज थोड़ा अभी तक मेरे आंखें लाल है of what I witnessed yesterday. Ashwin at number 3 जाने दो, उसके लिए अलग ही स्ट्रीम एक बेटर है. But speaking about KKR, we are joined by Satvik here, KKR fan. सात्विक भाई कैसे हो आप?
हाँ बिल्कुल ठीक. You know, I hope कि आज win करे because you know runs बहुत अच्छे आज.
Exactly, आज रन्स तो बहुत अच्छे, काफी अच्छी बैटिंग की लास्ट में एंड्रे रसेल ने. तो हमने एक पोल भी डाला हुआ है सात्विक भाई, आपको भी पूछ देता हूँ कि should एंड्रे रसेल have batted higher up the order? क्या आपको लगता है कि वो अगर जल्दी आते तो शायद केकेआर की बैटिंग की स्कोर और ज्यादा होती?
I think you know after 10 overs के बाद ही you know केकेआर को स्ट्रेटजी बना लेनी चाहिए कि he should be sent after just 10 overs only, because you know Russell is a player who can play in any situation. वो एक ऐसा प्लेयर है.
Exactly, he can play any situation. आज तो उन्होंने उनका कमाल दिखाई दिया. तो पिछले मैच जब दिल्ली कैपिटल्स के साथ थी तभी ऐसा लगा कि व्हाट इज हैपनिंग टू रसेल, बट आज तो एंड्रे रसेल का शो मतलब कह सकते हैं. लेट्स सी, स्टिल येट टू बॉल इन दिस मैच. तो फिलहाल सनराइजर्स हैदराबाद आफ्टर लूजिंग दैट फर्स्ट विकेट, दे हैव स्टेडीड द शिप. केन विलियमसन और राहुल त्रिपाठी काफी अच्छी पार्टनरशिप कर रहे हैं. तो सात्विक भाई आप बता दीजिए, अगर केकेआर के हिसाब से विकेट अभी जो चाहिए तो कौन से बॉलर को अभी लाना चाहिए? वुड यू गो स्पिन straight away in the power play?
Spin, I think Narayan, not Varun Chakravarti, but you can try with Sunil Narayan for now.
Exactly, सुनील नारायण तो काफी अच्छे एक्सपीरियंस भी उनका पावर प्ले में डालना. तो इट वुड बी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग टू सी दैट बैटल बिटवीन राहुल त्रिपाठी एंड सुनील नारायण, बिकॉज त्रिपाठी रियली लव्स टू अटैक एनी काइंड ऑफ अ बॉलर. तो यहाँ पे जे भाई ने स्टैट डाला है कि ओपनिंग पार्टनरशिप बाय टीम्स वर्सेस केकेआर 2-1, 2-6, 93 and 3. तो 93 आई थिंक केकेआर के दिल्ली कैपिटल्स के सामने थी, बट अमेजिंग परफॉर्मेंस इन द पावर प्ले. उमेश यादव विद द न्यू बॉल इज always amazing.
But Umesh is looking off color today. He has not taken wickets yet.
Exactly.
But you know you know Abhishek Sharma का भी you know 2 मैच अच्छा गया. आज भी उसको ऑफ डे था. You can tell हर प्लेयर का एक ऑफ डे आएगा ही.
एग्जैक्टली, ऑफ डे तो आना बहुत ही मतलब कॉमन है, नॉर्मल है. सो यू हैव टू बी प्रिपेयर्ड. बट इट्स रियली गुड दैट पैट कमिंस ने दूसरे एंड से विकेट ली, जो केकेआर इज नोन फॉर टेकिंग विकेट्स इन द पावर प्ले. तो यहाँ पे कमेंट एरन फिंच के बारे में, आई वाज एक्सपेक्टिंग अ कमेंट ऑन एरन फिंच, सात्विक एंड अमोक भाई। तो कव्यांश कह रहे हैं कि एरन फिंच को पता है कि उसकी वीकनेस क्या है, फिर भी वो उस पे वर्क क्यों नहीं करता। सो सात्विक, फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग, सेम अगेन एरन फिंच।
Yeah, Aaron Finch, he has, I'm seeing for the past 3-4 years, same वही problem आ रहा है, इन स्विंगिंग बॉल में उसको प्रॉब्लम है every time, टेस्ट सीरीज से एक्सपोज हो गए थे he when he start playing test matches, so yeah, he needs to work on that also। और एरन फिंच को आज नहीं खिला के आज आई थिंक रहाणे नहीं ठीक है, बट कोई और प्लेयर को ट्राई कर सकता था आज केकेआर।
इंटरेस्टिंग। तो लेट्स सी अभी whether they back Aaron Finch or not in the next match, but I think वो करेंगे बैक। लेट्स सी। विक्रांत यहाँ पे एमआई फैन है।
मार्जिन टू फिंच फॉर वन मैच, ठीक है, अगले मैच में भी जब रहाणे को इतना मौका मिला तो व्हाई नॉट फिंच।
एग्जैक्टली, यस, तो जरूर मौका देंगे, दैट इज फॉर श्योर। विक्रांत भैया कह रहे हैं आई वाज प्रेजेंट इन द स्टेडियम व्हेन ब्रेविस बेबी एबी hit 4 consecutive monster sixes.
Lucky you.
Amazing.
Lucky
Yeah,
you, Vikrant bhai.
Definitely, man. One for the future.
Absolutely, yeah.
मतलब क्या दिखाई थी उन्होंने। इवन पुणे इज अ डिफिकल्ट ग्राउंड टू हिट, टू क्लियर एक्चुअली, एंड वहां पे एफर्टलेसली वाज प्लेइंग राहुल चार। सो ये आईपीएल में एक काफी अच्छा मतलब सिनेरियो है कि नॉट जस्ट इंडियन बट इवन द ओवरसीज यंगर टैलेंट्स आर स्टेपिंग अप। सो इट इज, ऐसे बोल सकते हैं कि यंगिस्तान की आईपीएल है। तो इट इज सो ग्रेट टू सी these young players carrying the workload of the legends that have played the last
Sanchit, I feel कि he still could have played with a bit more maturity. Okay, मतलब मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा कि उन्होंने खराब इनिंग खेली। Obviously, his inning was the reason why MI felt that they could chase 199. Obviously, तिलक वर्मा और उसका जो पार्टनरशिप था उसकी वजह से there was a sense of hope कि यार अभी भी हो सकता है। But I think अगर वो आउट नहीं होते या फिर अगर वो 2-3 ओवर ऑल खेल जाते तो आई थिंक एमआई कुड हैव वन दैट गेम। सो आई थिंक व्हाट ही वाज डूइंग आफ्टर ही हिट दैट 4 sixes was that he was going to hit every ball out of the park, which you cannot do. 2 6 मारे तो take a single, go there. You need to play some sensible cricket as well. So I think थोड़ा और 2-1 ओवर वो टिक जाते तो आई थिंक इट कुड हैव वेरी वेल बीन एमआई's game, but they are nonetheless, I think he's just 19-20 years old. I think one for the future for sure.
Son is out, guys. Williamson is out.
Williamson is out. Okay, sorry to cut you, Amok, but सात्विक भाई यहाँ पे अपडेट देते हुए बिग विकेट फॉर कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स। द स्किपर केन विलियमसन इज गॉन, और विकेट आई थिंक रसेल ने दी, एंड्रे रसेल, the all-rounder himself. Amazing. तो काफी बिग विकेट है सात्विक भाई, you must be very very happy. What do you feel?
Yes, I am happy. बस एक राहुल त्रिपाठी का विकेट मिल जाए, I think he will be in the game.
Exactly, तो त्रिपाठी is the danger man। और अभी I think पूरन आएंगे if I am not wrong। फिर पूरन के बाद मैकलम है, शशांक सिंह is also there। So अभी ऐसे कोई एंकर काइंड ऑफ एन इनिंग्स खेलने वाला कोई नहीं है। So maybe it can be like a blessing in disguise for KKR, क्योंकि सब अभी हिटर्स है। तो मे बी स्पिन टू विन अटैक अभी चालू हो जाएगा। तो विल सी वरुण चक्रवर्ती कमिंग अर्ली वेरी सून फॉर टू बॉल अगेंस्ट निकोलस पूरन। तो लेट्स सी क्या होता है। थोड़े से कमेंट सेक्शन से इंटरेक्ट कर लेते हैं।
I want to tell you guys one thing about MI. MI का मैंने देखा है कई साल से। ओके, यू आर 5-time चैंपियंस, बट वो न्यू प्लेयर्स को कभी इतना ट्राई करते नहीं। चहल, अक्षर पटेल वाज आल्सो पार्ट ऑफ एमआई फॉर आईपीएल। वो वही पुराने प्लेयर्स पोलार्ड पे बहुत भरोसा करते हैं। दे नीड टू टेक सम हार्ड डिसीजन। काफी सालों से देख रहा हूँ, चहल और अक्षर पटेल भले दे हैव नॉट वोन आईपीएल, बट वो भी आज सोचते होंगे कि कम से कम हमें प्लेइंग 11 में मौका तो मिल रहा है, इफ नॉट अ पार्ट ऑफ एमआई टीम।
Exactly, and MI, but to be very honest, MI is known for finding those unheard talents. And speaking about unheard talents, तो थोड़ा सा ऑफ टॉपिक जाते हैं। हमारे जो टाइटल स्पॉन्सर है चैम्प हंट, they are also a wonderful initiative taken where you can actually connect with different kinds of sports lovers across the world. तो जाके डिस्क्रिप्शन चेक कर लो, चैम्प हंट की वेबसाइट डाली हुई है, जहाँ वहाँ रजिस्टर कर लो। क्या पता आप भी ऐसे पोटेंशियल टैलेंट्स के साथ इंटरेक्ट कर रहे होगे। the entire website and the social media is all for sports lovers। वैसे कोई नॉन स्पोर्ट्स लवर आपको दिखेगा नहीं। so, जल्दी से आके रजिस्टर कर लो। काफी एक्साइटिंग कॉन्टेस्ट भी है, तो अगर रेगुलरली आप पोस्ट कर रहे हो then you may win some valuable discounts। तो
exactly, and to second that, Sanchit, I think they also have an Instagram page which is CHAMPHUNT IND. So do check out that page as well. They post some amazing content related to the IPL now, but overall cricket के बारे में बहुत अच्छा content post करते हैं। तो do check it that as well.
Definitely, and we are all for proper and quality content related to any form of cricket. तो जाके उनको भी support दे दो, काफी अच्छा लगेगा. But coming back to the game, तो update दे देता हूँ score का. तो power play slowly, अभी I think 2 ball बाकी है to end it, but surely KKR's power play definitely. SRH have 40 for 2 now after losing their captain, and Aiden Makram aa chuke hain, not Nicholas Pooran. So they want to have someone playing that anchor kind of an inning. So let's see what Aiden Makram does. But Rahul Tripathi is the key wicket, जैसे सात्विक भाई कह रहे हैं. Comment section में आप बता दो.
6 मार दिया यार, 6 मार दिया त्रिपाठी ने अभी.
Wow, so definitely he's the danger man. तो कमेंट सेक्शन में आप भी बता दो कि कौन से बॉलर है जो SRH को ट्रबल कर सकते हैं. Will it be the spinners or do you think it is one of the pacers? So let's see what our audience also thinks. But very interesting power play. तो अभी 6 के बाद तो let's say that थोड़ा सा even हो गया है because of the run rate caught up. But फिंच के बारे में एक स्टैट यहाँ पे जे भाई ने डाला है कि debut score for IPL team is played. I think he's played for almost all the IPL teams except CSK. तो मतलब हर जगह खेले. But 21, 8, 64, 2, 5, 74, 0, 29 and 7. So a mixed average to be very honest. But let's see. Still a long way to go. And speaking about SRH, we are joined here by Varun all the way from United States of America. Well, first of all, I have a good morning to you, Varun. And you must have woken up to pretty balanced performance from SRH, but you guys have definitely kicked up the season after the first 2 losses. So what do you feel about the game so far?
Yeah, I mean, the game's progressing okay, I guess. So far, we lost 2 quick wickets. I think Kane Williamson, he was trying one too many shots. Especially a player like Kane Williamson with a strike rate of 120, 130, he usually, carries the innings, takes around 20, 25 balls to set in and then go for the big shots. But, I think he was just looking at the situation on like 170 plus. As many people say, we're kind of like that 150, 155 team, right? So, he just wanted to accelerate, but unfortunately, another edge, another wicket.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So there was one comment about Umran Malik. So since you are here, let us now ask you about Umran Malik. So a lot of discussions and conversation about Umran Malik on social media platform was about he has that raw pace, but sometimes he is not able to control that particular, and then that is why he goes for runs pretty quickly. But today I think he bowled pretty amazing, especially that over to Andre Russell. I'm not sure if you followed people followed that, but the way he was bowling to Andre Russell, I think it was remarkable. So any words on the young Umran Malik?
Yeah, I mean, it's always exciting to see, especially an Indian youngster, clicking those 150 kilometers per hour balls, right? And, as you keep playing on those games, you'll know where and at what speed to bowl. I think he should still learn how to, bowl those slower deliveries. I think then it'll be good. His slower delivery right now was 136 and fastest is, 150. So I think that's pretty good. I think, his line and length is getting better and better each game he plays. I think if he just keeps improving on that, you saw Dale Stein's reaction, on the bench, right? So, the coach's feelings is just being poured onto there. We did something to this player. So if he just keeps improving him day by day, this guy is going to be a superstar.
Exactly, indeed. So just an update to our viewers about the score. The power play just complete हो चुका है. SRH 47 for 2 and Aman Khan, the debutant today, is bowling the first over after power play. So let's see what he brings up to the table. So it will be very exciting to see what this young man does. But Amog, यहाँ पे एक new
Tell me.
Yeah, I was about to ask you this neutral comment. तो विक्रांत भाई यहाँ पे गुजरात टाइटंस का कमेंट लेके आए हैं and it's a very interesting one. Will Gujarat Titans drop Matthew Wade? He's not performing well. So what do you think?
Yes. I think personally they should, and they should try someone like Rahmanullah Gurbaz, who is I think a great option with them. I think Afghanistan के लिए number 3 पे batting करते थे in the World Cup, and he bats really well. I think he can play that anchor role really well, and he's a wicket keeper indeed. So I think I would do that for a couple of games, see how he goes, and because Matthew Wade is still not giving you the results that you want, right? So I think I would try someone like Rahmanullah Gurbaz at that opening spot, or the number 3 spot, but they don't have to go for the number 3 spot. So yeah, I would try Gurbaz at opening as well, where Matthew Wade comes. So on that note, Shaurya Bhai is here as always. So hello Shaurya Bhai and welcome to the stream. But Sanchit, on that note, I would say you guys carry on. I'll just be backstage or I'll watch you guys on YouTube. So all the best, Varun and Satvik, for your respective teams. संचित की तो आज मैच नहीं है, मेरी भी मैच नहीं है. So all the best to Varun as well as Satvik.
एग्जैक्टली बट अमोक भाई इतना भी खुश नहीं हो सकता बिकॉज कल ही हार के बाद आ रहा हूँ तो आई कैन ऑलरेडी हैव दैट आई स्टिल हैव दैट रेड आईज ऑन माय फेस बट
अरे सात्विक भाई दुखी हो गए क्या? सात्विक भाई जीतोगे आप यार, ऐसे कैमरा ये मत करो, आप जीतोगे, टेंशन मत लो.
I was drinking water actually.
Okay,
no
okay.
no issues buddy. चलो टेक केयर अमोक, ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर टुमारोज गेम एज वेल. But yeah, speaking about the match, सात्विक भाई यहाँ पे कमेंट काव्यांश का काफी इंटरेस्टिंग वन है and I do want to know what you have to say. So Venkatesh Iyer definitely didn't have a good start
Yeah,
to this
Tripathi
season.
is on fire, guys. Tripathi is on fire now.
एक्स KKR प्लेयर ना, अभी क्या बोले तो मिक्स फीलिंग है, इसे बोल सकते हैं. बट अबाउट दिस क्वेश्चन सात्विक, आई वांट यू टू आंसर दिस. वेंकटेश अय्यर के साथ क्या करना चाहिए? डू यू वांट KKR टू कंटिन्यू बैकिंग हिम एट द टॉप ऑफ द ऑर्डर और डू यू फील दैट शायद मिडिल ऑर्डर में खेले जैसे इंडिया के लिए खेलते हैं, इट विल बी बेटर फॉर हिम?
ट्राई करना चाहिए वेंकटेश अय्यर को डाउन द ऑर्डर लेके आना चाहिए एक बार. ठीक है, फिंच तो आज खेल गया. आई थिंक सुनील नारायण को एक मैच ट्राई करना चाहिए ओपन. फिंच एंड सुनील नारायण नॉट बैड. सुनील नारायण का देख देखिए when you know Gautam Gambhir gave him the spot, KKR के लिए सक्सेस हुआ. तो ट्राई वन मैच सुनील नारायण इन द ओपन. और वेंकी को आप थोड़ा सा रसल से थोड़ा पहले लाओ एंड आफ्टर वेंकी यू ब्रिंग रसल. That will be a good combination.
Interesting. I think that can be a good combination. So let's see whether that happens in real life or not. But speaking about blessings, Jay Bhai, once again, thank you so much for a kind gesture of giving us a super chat. He's brought up the stat man in the comment section, as we like to call him, is saying that Kane Williamson completes 2,000 IPL runs for SRH. Wow, he becomes the only the third SRH batsman to the milestone after Warner and Shikhar Dhawan. So Varun, Kane Mama has done it again. So what do you have to say about your captain here?
Yeah, I mean, while Bairstow and Warner was there in 2019, 2020, it was very hard for Kane Williamson to find a spot because, two big hitters and then one, slow batsman, and then you needed Rashid Khan, you needed someone like Jason Holder, Mohammad Nabi. So, his position wasn't confirmed there. Again, injury concerns, but you again needed him as a captain. So a lot of issues going here and there. But I think I don't know if it's a blessing in disguise for us losing Warner and just getting back in. But okay, it's fine. Kane Williamson completes 2,000 runs. He's a fantastic captain as well. I think first of all on this ground, 180, 190 is the par score as they said. But restricting them just above 170, it's okay. But as things go, let's just see how Kane does throughout the season now.
Exactly, and you mentioned that missing Warner could be a blessing in disguise. Just a stat: the last time Warner didn't play for SRH, they went on to the finals in 2018. So let's see what happens. तो देखते हैं क्या होता है. But anyways, moving forward, Akshat has a question about SRH. So Varun, keeping you on once again, he's saying that when Sundar is back, should the batting order be like Sundar, Tripathi, Kane, Makram, Puran, and Abhishek Sharma once again in that middle order, or do you feel that Abhishek should continue batting at top?
I think Kane and Abhishek should, continue opening. I think one should play the anchor role and one should play the attacking role. I think Sundar, in that RR game, he scored.
Well, the party is doing very fine, man. We won.
Satvik is clearly nervous, man. We can see that Varun must have a smile on his face. We're looking at the KKR fan here.
I don't know if I can have a smile on my face. I'm sick as well, so
Oh, get well
yeah,
soon,
that's a
buddy.
problem. But talking about Washington Sundar, I think against that RR game, he scored around 14 balls. He can hit some big shots at the end as well. So I would just like to keep him at the end. You've already got many, top order batsmen like Markram, Tripathi, Kane, Abhishek. So why to send again Washington Sundar at the top? Just keep him at the lower order. If you actually need, more bangers and more runs at the end, Washington Sundar is a reliable source there. So I'll just keep him at the end.
Interesting. But speaking about the game in hand, we can see the scorecard being pictured visually by the look of Satvik's face. So currently Varun Chakravarti is now brought into the attack, and what a welcome he's had from Rahul Tripathi, the ex-KKR player. He's been hit for a 6 and a boundary in the same over itself. So Satvik bhai, Varun Chakravarti ka mystery ये season properly नहीं चल रहा. So any answers to the SRH batting threat? Who do you think should the next bowling change?
पता नहीं, it's going off for Chakravarti. Seriously, I don't understand what's happening. Seriously, off day जा रहा है. But I think नारायण को ये yellow glass था. Wrong this was.
I think we are not able to hear him properly. No issues. But yeah, I think the point was that Narayan ko they could use him properly at the end. But let's see what happens. I don't know if the match will be there till the end or not at this rate. SRH is looking in a hurry. But Jay Bhai has a question for you, Varun. He's saying that, Varun, good to see you, buddy, connecting all the way from USA. I want to ask you that where do you exactly think SRH are lacking this season? Which player could be added to the 11? A very interesting one, Varun. All yours.
Oh, I mean, you just saw, we bowled the 20th over with Suchit, a spinner. I wouldn't really go with that. I mean, there was also Shashank Singh. I think he could get those Yorkers even if a spinner bowls him. Russell can easily smack him. But you saw how Russell was, kind of struggling against those Yorkers. So I would have gone with Shashank. But I think we're really missing that spin. We lost Washington Sundar, and you saw what kind of an impact, Jagati says Suchit made. So that 1 or 2 overs can change a complete game. KKR got an extra 20 runs at the end. We could have stopped them at 150, but Suchit just leaked runs. But that was a problem. So, we're missing that spinner, another good spinner. And I think the opening slot, I said, we have a lot of top order batsmen, but, we could have gotten a better one. I think we were really waiting for Ishan Kishan in the auction. We moved away from a lot of big names. That was the issue there. So I think those are the 2 areas that we really missed there, especially the spin point.
Interesting. Yeah, exactly. I completely agree with you. I think the spin is the weak link as of now, but it will be rectified down the season. Vikrant has made a very interesting stat. Even that just struck me now. Rahul Tripathi is still an uncapped player. This is very surprising. Not for too long. If he keeps up this pace, we got lots of T20s coming up for India later after the IPL. So शायद मिल जाए 1-2 cap. Let's see, who knows. But Istiaq Bhai has a comment. First of all, thank you, Istiaq Bhai, for coming back on the channel. It's good to always see you active in the comments. He's asking that is PBK is going to get back Bhanuka Rajapaksha in place of Bairstow. Interesting. In Sun Clash against SRH. So I want to hear from SRH's point of view. Varun, would you mind seeing Bairstow dropped against SRH? Because of course he's the SRH heartbeat since the last few years. So you wouldn't mind that, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that, but I think he's a quality batsman. I just want to see him opening at number 4 when the spin comes in. He's kind of weak against spin, so that's my only problem with him batting 3 and 4. If he opens, that's good. If he wants, send Mayank at 3 and put Bairstow at opening. That's the only option that I would give. But if I don't really like to see him in the middle order. So that's another issue. But again, Odean Smith is a huge problem. I would just remove him and get in someone like Rishi Dhawan. Because, you're wasting an overseas spot. His bowling is terrible. His batting is terrible. You're just wasting a precious overseas spot. You only have 4 in the 11. So, why just waste it? Give it to another talented player like Rajapaksa and then bring in Rishi Dhawan.
Interesting. Yeah, Rishi Dhawan is also on the bench, a very valuable asset as well. He's known for his experience, so maybe he will be given a go some point ahead in the season. But currently the situation in the match, timeout ले चुके हैं. 8 overs gone. SRH comfortably at 77 for 2. This partnership is really looking strong. 38 of 16 balls. Wow, Rahul Tripathi 46 of 16 balls. He's really enjoying playing against his ex-team. So Satvik bhai, not looking good for KKR after losing Kane Williamson definitely. So 99 in 72 balls definitely gettable. So what do you think the next plan should be? Because Pat Cummins has
Maharaj has come into the attack now. His four overs will be crucial from here.
Exactly. So you want him to bowl all those 3 or 4 overs left at one go, or do you feel कि थोड़ा depth के लिए भी रखना चाहिए?
Can you repeat it, please?
Yeah, I said that. Do you want Narayan to bowl all those 3 or 4 overs at one go, or do you feel that death overs के लिए भी उसको रखना चाहिए?
तीन ओवर आई थिंक एक संग करना चाहिए नारायण को. Three overs on the trot.
Interesting. Yeah, even I agree that because the match is only till 16 16 overs for KKR. They need to get wickets. Keep on getting wickets at a regular interval because SRH's batting lineup is pretty immense. After this, they have Nicholas Pooran. Shashank Singh is also known for his big hits down the order. Shuchit is also no stranger with the bat. Let's not forget. Bhuvi is also there. Jansen, we saw that his talent in that India South Africa series. So plenty of batting to come for SRH. So they are looking pretty much comfortable in this run chase. And Varun, you must have a big relief as of now because it's such a crucial part of the innings here. One more question for you, Varun, from Jay Bhai, saying that do you think SRH are repeating the mistake again and again by not opening with Makram and shifting Kane Williamson to number 3 and make Tripathi open with Makram? They will play in their natural position. So very interesting suggestion. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I actually wanted from the start. But again, you won't have a place for Abhishek Sharma. You have to put him as 5 or 6 as a pinch hitter. Not a bad idea, but I would just like to see more experience down there. So, these little things, those little changes can affect a team, good or bad. But I think a Kane Williamson and Abhishek Sharma have already, solidified their place for the opening slot. But, these two in the opening slot, they play slow first, in the first 6 overs with economy of 5, not economy, run rate of 5 and 6. But if you open with Markram and Tripathi, Tripathi, look at how he's playing, right? So he'll just glide on like that, and the Markram, he'll just keep passing on the strike. Sometimes he'll hit boundary. So that's also one way to go. Let's see, maybe they might just test it for 1 or 2 games. Maybe if we don't qualify, maybe they just try it at the end. I'm just expecting that.
Interesting. So at this rate, I think SRH are really looking strong, especially after that first setback they had in the first game. But this actually looks like a very solid 11, to be very honest, because I know I get the argument of playing Kane Williamson at number 3, but still I think as an opener also is delivering really well. He's having that support kind of a role from the other end, and once the players around him get out, then he kicks on. We saw that happen in the last game as well. So Kane Williamson batting anywhere in the top 3, I think, is pretty much settled. And Rahul Tripathi isn't finding any problem batting as a number 3 batter. So that's amazing signs for SRH. So far, I think वो जो कहावत है कि why fix something which is not broken. So I think SRH is pretty much happy with that. Saying would you want to see Washi Sundar open? Then he has opened for RCB, and that too at a domestic level. So Sundar as an opener, I think Varun already mentioned that about Sundar, right? If I'm not wrong. So I think it could be an option. There are lots of other options. So I think वही बात
all
आती
your
है.
batsmen are very flexible. That's the thing. So you can open with whoever you want. But as I said, I think Muralidharan also said this. Kane and Abhi have solidified their spots in opening. So there's no, reason to talk about this.
Exactly. इस्तियाक भाई यहाँ पे फिर से ऑफ टॉपिक कमेंट very interesting one. Why Sri Lanka cricket team misjudging Rajapaksa, huge talent? So it's very odd. I mean, I remember the series he had against India in July last year, and what a series! I mean, he was absolutely amazing in that series. Then फिर yes, year के starting में we heard that shocking news that he announced his retirement at the age of 29 or 30, but उसके बाद the Sri Lankan cricket board actually asked him to withdraw that retirement. So it's pretty unusual of what is happening in Sri Lankan cricket, but hopefully they actually manage to utilize his talent because he's a wonderful talent. And for Sri Lanka cricket's revival, you need to have players like Rajapaksa in your mix. Score update, guys, दे देता हूँ. तो Tripathi Makram has also joined the party and he just hit a 6 of Varun Chakravarti. So mystery isn't clearly looking to be the case for KKR, and SRH are really bossing this run chase at the moment. Satvik bhai, nervous signs definitely. So what do you have to say about the situation? About Varun Chakravarti, what do you have to say about the situation? I think Satvik is not able to hear us. Anyways, no issues. Varun, same question to you. I mean, you must be enjoying watching it from the SRH point of view, but is there any bowler that you still fear that he can change the game on his toes, like Avesh Khan did a few games ago against SRH? So is there a bowler you feel from this lineup who can just completely change the game?
I think Cummins, although he might have been expensive in his first few games, this pitch is going to be pretty useful for him. The green pitch and some good bounce. You saw how Kane Williamson and Abhishek Sharma got out. It can be the same situation here. I think Pat Cummins does have the ability to change the game. But again, these spinners, some of the spinners as well, doesn't look like to be spinning a lot. It just comes straight onto the bat. So they're really taking advantage of that. I like to see this.
Definitely, yes. And Braybon is also known for its shorter boundaries, so it's no respite for the
Shorter.
spinner.
It's
The
like
ball is not
83, 84, 85, and then 60.
exactly. And in the first inning, there was a very interesting instant when actually Nitesh Rana hit that six of Umran Malik. I mean, it was so flat. The
Yeah.
way he just hit it, I don't know how it went for a six.
He broke
but
the fridge.
exactly. Like that was amazing. Speaking about milestones, a wonderful 50 completed from Rahul Tripathi. I mean, he's just enjoying batting in this season. 50 of just 21 balls, strike rate of over 200 runs. Definitely a player to watch out for in this season. And slowly, I mean, getting to that orange cap race as well. I'm not sure how many runs he has, but definitely he's closer
Yeah,
to
he
that.
has around now he has around 150, I think.
I mean, at this rate, he can just take it over, be closer to someone like a Johnny Bairstow or even Hardik Pandya in no time. The way he's batting right now, but definitely, I mean, for SRH point of view, he should keep carrying on, and yeah, definitely. Ankit is saying that Tripathi too needs to be in the talks for World Cups. He's been doing this for a while. Very interesting suggestion. I mean, I do see the reason why he should be actually amongst the mix. But the problem is that the position that he bats, number 3, number 4, it is already filled with
It's
lots of
already
talent. I
taken.
mean, you have Virat Kohli is there, Surya Kumar Yadav, Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant. There are so many names in that
And
pecking
it's
order.
only 15-man squad.
Exactly, it's only 15-man squad, so it's really difficult. I mean still the place is open for, I guess, number 5, to be very honest, number 6, and maybe one of the ballers, because I felt that Siraj could have been that third seamer, but at the current form that he is right now, I think he may
I'll
be just
just stick him, with red ball as of now. I think a red ball with the
yeah.
kind of with the bouncy kind of provides, and yeah, I think he's just suitable for a red ball as you saw him in the Gabba test as well. You saw him in Australia. You saw him in India. He's suitable to any condition. In Test cricket, I think in Waikari he still has a lot to improve on.
Exactly, and it's a very good point because Siraj was actually regarded to be the next all-round player for Team India, but after the injury, he didn't come back really well. He did have a good time in the IPL for playing for RCB in the last 2 seasons, but this season he didn't really carry on that. Hopefully, he actually improves. Jay Bhai is saying that Sunil Narine for me can be the game changer here. Yes, Sunil Narine. I think how many
Yeah.
overs he has?
2 more, I think.
Yeah, 2 more overs he has. Satvik bhai, if you are able to hear us, Sunil Narine, I think he's bowling right now. Iske baad, yeah. So about Sunil Narine, do you think that he's the game changer for KKR, or do you feel that कोई दूसरा bowler है?
Yes, economical होने से तो अब होगा नहीं. He needs wickets now from here. अब match is now full of wickets for KKR, not economical. Can't be economical over here. You need to take wickets over here now.
Exactly.
त्रिपाठी का आज
Wickets
मिस
is
टाइम भी आई है, not understanding. मिस टाइम भी उसका छक्का हो रहा है आज उसका मिस टाइम भी
that's
छक्का
the
हो रहा है.
beauty of Brabourne Stadium. मतलब कोई, you just need power to hit to clear that boundary, and that is why you see this average score ही कुछ 190 था in this in this edition of the IPL. So that is just completely insane. With the way
I
Tripathi
think
is smashing.
चक्रवर्ती को अभी ड्रॉप कर देना चाहिए. I think Chakravarti should be dropped for one match now. He is now not in form.
Don't be too harsh. I mean, don't be too harsh. Sunil Narayan and Varun Chakravarti, I think both combined, they have a economy less than 6.1. It's just one bad game. You can't judge, just based on one game, right? If you say Washington Sundar, those 4 overs changed the game. I think he went around 50, 60 runs against RR, and then, you saw him. He's become a fantastic power play bowler for us. Okay, it's just one bad game. You can't judge them.
No, against Delhi also he was not good. Against Delhi also.
Okay, it's just those great times. Come on.
But अगर वरुण चक्रवर्ती को ड्रॉप करते हैं शातिक भाई, तो who is that other spinner in that squad who you feel can actually fill up to that role? So
not spinner, you just bring in a fast bowler. Like try Shivam Mavi for one match, another.
Interesting. So you're going with just one spinner in that 11, right?
I mean, you got two, good spinners who perform well in the IPL, and you're going with Shivam. I mean, it's interesting for me to hear personally.
Yeah, Mavi's. I think Nabi is also there. Mohammad Nabi. I think
Oh
if he
yeah,
can also
oh,
roll his arm, he can
Yeah,
also roll
Nabi
his
is
arm.
also
Plus
good
batting be strong.
yeah.
Yeah, plus batting be strong ho jayegi in the lower order. So he
Then you
can be an
should then
option
you
if.
should bring in Ajinkya Rahane for Aaron Finch, and then
Yeah,
drop Varun Chakravarti and bring in Nabi.
yeah. I think that can be explored. Comment section में आप बता दीजिए. Can this happen? I mean, Rahane coming back for Aaron Finch and maybe Mohammad Nabi in the KKR 11. Do you want to see that happening? Comment section में बता दीजिए. It's a very interesting suggestion made by our panel members here. So Shankar Kapoor is asking that what do you think about Tripathi's chances of being? Yes, we just answered that. Difficult to say because of the competition that he has in those roles, but
Hmm.
still unpredictable. Let's see what happens. Same is the case with Dinesh Karthik as well. I mean, he's batting in a different zone already altogether, but still World Cup में place बात करना number 6 it's very difficult because we have already sorted that position out. Hardik is going to be there. Jadeja is also going to be there. So we don't know exactly where he's going to bat. So let's see what happens. Jay is saying selection committee is going to have a real tough time in selecting the squad. There are so many players who are performing exactly, and there are so many matches left also. Like after this IPL ends, South Africa are going to come here for 5 T20s. Then we have the Asia Cup, and even T20s in England also is there. So there is lots of opportunities for these players to start. So let's see what happens. But coming back to the match, SRH 106 for 2 in 11 overs, 70 of 52 balls needed, required 100, just closer to that 8 run per over mark. Coming back to you, Satvik. So Ankit is raising a point that top order is a big worry for KKR this season. So you agree with this?
Yes, I do agree with it. Because opening is not going well. Openers are not performing well at all. So कुछ करना पड़ेगा opening का. कुछ hard decision लेने पड़ेंगे. वेंकटेश अय्यर को थोड़ा नीचे ले आओ. Try with some new players on the top. You never know what can happen.
Exactly. So new players maybe can be explored, or we can see someone old coming back into the 11. Maybe someone like a Rahane, because the next match KKR plays is also at Brabourne Stadium against Rajasthan Royals on Monday. So same kind of pitch situation can be expected, and spinners के लिए respite तो नहीं होगा. It is safe to say. So maybe some harsh calls can be made if KKR don't defend this total here. But a non-match topic here, Varun. I want you to answer this. So you love talking about Mumbai Indians. I know that. So Shankar Kapoor is asking that will MI open with 2 points or Lucknow Super Giants going to the top? So as a
Yeah,
neutral, what do you
where
think
did
will
you
happen?
hear this? I like talking about MI. I like talking about RCB, not MI. But again, I think it's going to be a tough challenge. I think this is a do or die game anyway. They can't win all their 9 games from here. The tournament is off anyway, but just for their own satisfaction, we can just say, oh, game is still on. It's a do or die situation for Mumbai Indians at the moment. If they win this, they're still on. If they lose, they're out. That's all we can say. I think LSG, they're very stronger than Mumbai Indians at the moment. I mean, look at Mumbai Indians bowling. They're playing Unat Cut at 7. See, they don't have the good batting options. They tried Daniel Sams, he's failing. Try Fabian Allen. I mean, he gives you an extra spin option as well. They're only playing with one spinner, I think, just Murugan Ashwin. Try Fabian Allen. He can come and smack some few sixes as well. He's a good power hitter and a West Indian. Right. So I think if you can just play him. Again, Deval Brevis, he's showing what he's capable of. I think that's good. The middle order is fine. I think 3 and 4 are pretty much set. Pollard, Rohit, and a bit of Ishan is a bit concerning, and the bowling is a huge concern. There's no doubt about that. But going to LSG, their opening is set. I think Quinton de Kock is having a dream run. K. Rahul still needs to find his legs in this tournament. Going to the middle order, it's okay. Marcus Stoinis, I think after last game, he needs a bit more practice, not just to swing the bat, but actually read the ball and then swing it. So other than that, it's pretty much fine. They have some good pace attack as well. As you said, Avesh Khan is also there. Right? They're looking solid compared to Mumbai Indians as of now.
Definitely. And tomorrow's game, the MI LSG game, is also at Brabourne Stadium. It's a day game, but Brabourne Stadium. So spinners के लिए कुछ respite ही नहीं है. And Jay by asking about the Brabourne and KKR relationship. So KKR lost their first Brabourne game to
Mr.
last
J,
game.
never say
About to lose.
never. KKR can come back at any time. They might not lose
Yeah.
as soon as. There's still
Yeah,
a
but
lot to
about
lose.
this Brabourne and KKR thing, personally, I feel that it is because that Brabourne doesn't assist spinners much as compared to the other grounds, and also because of dimension. And KKR's main strength are their two spinners. If they are not performing, then it is very easy to actually play that KKR bowling lineup. So that is why I think the struggles are there for KKR. With batting, I don't think that they have a problem. Even against Delhi, they really managed to hit those runs lower down the order. Yes, they did lose the game by 40 odd runs, but still batting wise, I don't think they have a problem here. It's just about those two spinners' roles. So that is why I think they're losing at Brabourne. So next match, it will be very interesting to see whether they go with two spinners, let's say Satvik Bhai Kere, or maybe we can see Varun Chakravarti getting the X. Let's see what happens. But yeah, Brabourne really not looking good for KKR. Speaking about not looking good, Deepak Chahar, yes, we saw the news today. Deepak Chahar got ruled out of the IPL. It's a big miss for CSK, and he was that X factor for CSK to have a comeback. That थोड़ा सा तो chance था जो CSK को comeback करने का. It was the return of Deepak Chahar, but that is not going to happen. So yeah, definitely they should start looking for a replacement. They were really relying on him. He was the best power play bowler that they had. So Satvik bhai, about CSK, Deepak Chahar to nahi hai. So any name that you feel that CSK can target as a replacement?
I don't have any idea now what CSK किसको target करेगी, because they were too much dependent on him. तो अब they have to see someone. अगर मुझे इतना आइडिया है नहीं उसका दीपक चहर का कौन, because दीपक चहर was a good class bowler. अब उसका रिप्लेसमेंट कौन होगा? नेवर. इसका मुझे अब आइडिया नहीं आ रहा है CSK का. Hello, can't hear.
Yeah, so sorry. So I heard that there were lots of rumors about Ishant Sharma being amongst the ranks for being a replacement for Deepak Chahar. I don't know whether it's like a quality replacement, but वही बात आती है कि कौन से options है already available. So let's see what happens. But Ishant Sharma, with experience that he has, I think it can be a good bet, especially in the power play. He's known for swinging the ball early, so it can be a good option, especially just in the power play. Let's see what happens. Yeah, Vikrant bhai, MI lost this season on auction table only. It's a very interesting strategy that they used at the auction table. So still a long way to go. We never know with Mumbai Indians. They
No,
can
I mean
come back
they
out.
also waited for Ishan Kishan just like us. They bought him for 15.5 and then wasted 8 crores on a player that they're not even playing right now, which is Tim David. They messed it up right there, buying Ishan Kishan for 15.5. We would have messed up if we could have bought him. I never wanted him for 15.5, maybe 10 or 12, but 15, nah. And then Tim David, what is this? 8 crores? I just expected what 2 or 3 for him. Oh, he had a good season in Pakistan, but again, India and Pakistan, India, Singapore, India, Australia is completely different. Right, you're seeing Pat Cummins bowling, he can go expensive. You saw Meredith, he can go expensive, something like that. So these overseas players, I think I won't be too dependent on them. There are some kind of talented players, there are some not, and I think Tim Davis just not ready for his IPL spot yet. Especially 8 crores, it just puts a lot of pressure on him. That kind of money on him, he'll be treated like as a senior, I would say. 8 crores, that's a hefty amount.
Yeah, I think some might say that MI actually wanted to build a future heavy side, and maybe Tim David can be looked as an option, maybe like a future replacement for someone like a Kyron Pollard for that matter. So let's see what
Can he
happens
bowl?
with MI.
Can he bowl?
Yeah, he can bowl. He bowled, I think, in PSL, 1 or 2 overs, crucial overs. So, I mean, he's not going to deliver you quality overs, but yes, he can roll his arm for a bit. But I think still it's too early to judge someone like a Tim David. He was with RCB also a couple of seasons ago. But anyways, coming back to the match, SRH 13 overs, 113 for 2. They need 63 or 42 balls required, and they just creeped up to 9. But they are looking pretty comfortable. And Pat Cummins, 1 over left. Sunil Narin, wicketless in his 3 overs. Chakravarti is not looking good. Aman Khan has balled just 1 over. So Aman Khan, I think, I think they will be targeting him. SRH will be looking to target him. But Russell's next 3 overs, I think are going to be very crucial because he's known for.
रसल को भी एक ओवर ट्राई कर सकता है. They can try Russell for one over. They should, I think.
Exactly. Yeah, I think Russell is the one who is going to hold the key, and he's known for bowling in the power in the death overs. So, do you want to see Russell bowling in the death, Satvik bhai?
No, death will be risky because we saw against RCB that match we lost. So अभी एक over try करना चाहिए. I think after the timeout, we try one over. Never know. That will. I think Umesh has come into the attack now.
Ooh, interesting. Umesh Yadav. Yeah, I think wicket taking option hai. So let's see what he does. But a question to you, Satvik bhai, from J. Should KKR play Shivam Mavi at Brabourne in the next game? He leaks runs, but has good swing and pace ratio, and we know that Brabourne Stadium assists seamers early on with the grass on the fresh wicket, and the new ball seems to do something with the in the initial. We saw SRH doing that. So next match, Shivam Mavi coming in, and if yes, कौन से player drop होंगे आपके हिसाब से?
I think Varun Chakravarti को एक बार drop करके bring in Mavi because we saw early in the first inning swing हो रहा था ball बहुत. Marco Jensen can many Natarajan का तो he can bring that swing. One hard decision you will have to take because Chakravarti is not looking good. Just drop him for one match for me. Mavi can be a surprise. The Brabourne pitch.
Yeah, I think that can also be an option. अगर हो जाता है, then it's a very bold call taken, which will be taken by the KKR management. But we never can rule that out. But speaking about the current match, Rahul Tripathi 64 of 33 balls. Varun, let's just assume the worst case scenario. So if let's say same things repeat what happened against LSG a couple of matches ago, you were at a similar kind of a position, but after losing wickets, you could not carry on to that momentum. So let's just assume that a wicket falls here. What do you think the next strategy should be? Should Nicholas Puran just keep on hitting from ball one, or do you feel that he should just kindly assess the situation and then maybe carry on? Because I think run rate isn't an issue at this moment.
See, boundaries are important, but again, they are long boundaries as well. As I said, there is 80, 84, like so. Just take those twos. If you take, six twos, you get 12 runs right there. So just bank on those twos. Twos really get you wins right here. Okay, as I said, boundaries are important, but even the slightest run, even that one run can change a whole game. Right. So I think just bank on those number twos, and then I think the game can go on from there. Even if we lose a wicket, I think Puran anyway he's gonna smack the ball. There's no doubt about that. He takes around 10 balls to first of all get settled. He takes those singles and doubles, and then he starts to go. I don't see this as much of an issue, but again, looking at SRH's previous history in the middle order, it's kind of worrying me as an SRH fan.
Exactly. Even Ankit in the comments is mentioning that point that SRH lower order can be a worry in the absence of Sundar, especially. But the good thing is that it hasn't been explored because SRH have managed to chase in these matches with the top order performances. So, yeah, you have to be prepared for those kind of matches. I mean, there will be instances where SRH will have that early order collapse. But I think in this match also they lost those two early wickets. But after that, it has been a very good partnership between these two players. So they are going to be flexible with their batting order because अगर दो विकेट जल्दी जाते हैं, we might see Aiden Makram coming in early, and if the top order is performing really well, then maybe Nicholas Puran will be batting at number 4. So they have that luxury of doing flexibility in that. So it's a pretty good thing. Parth here is saying that Chakravarti का भी कुलदीप करेगी KKR. Satvik bhai, you feel the same? Are you here, Satvik bhai? Do you feel that Varun Chakravarti का भी कुलदीप यादव जैसे सीन होगा?
You can't say, but अभी तक तो I think Chakravarti is out of form. I think अभी तक तो out of form है. अब अगले मैच में क्या होता है, we have to see that.
Exactly. So let's see. But hopefully, I mean, for KKR's sake, I really want to see Varun Chakravarti at least have that some sort of confidence back. So hopefully he does have it. Not in the next game because it's against Rajasthan Royals, but uske baad bhi chalega. But anyways, Jay Bhai asking the question to Varun again. Do you think that SRH management has done the same mistake as they were doing till last season by not having a balanced squad? They relied too much on their bowling. Personally, I don't feel they relied too much on the bowling this season. They have a quality batting lineup. But Varun, what do you think about this?
Yeah, our problem has always been chasing. I think this is the main point, and we already chased down 2 games. The targets were more than 160. As people say, we're kind of like that 140, 150 team, and chasing 160 was a really big deal in the past for us, and now we chased it. So This kind of tells you, what kind of a middle order we right now have, and who is anchoring and who is carrying the team, and that's the middle order, and that's for sure. So it's been good so far in the batting sector as well as the bowling. As I just said, we missed out on that extra spinner. Maybe if we could have gotten that spin all-rounder option, it could have been good. Markram, he just bowls maybe like a one or two solitary overs, but he's not like a full-time spinner. So I think that's where we really messed up. But other than that, I think we're pretty good as of now.
Exactly. And speaking about Makram, I mean, he had a splendid over in the last three balls, especially of that Umesh Yadav, who he hit three boundaries consecutively in three balls. Makram has definitely come into the party, and all those talks about him being a slow player, I think that is just brushed away.
He's
So
kind of like a
SRH
Kane
has been,
Williamson player. I
yeah,
think these both have the same class. They first start slow and then they slowly start accelerate, read the pitch conditions, check where the players are, what the dimensions are, and then just smack it.
exactly. And SRH currently 49 of 36 balls remaining. They can really they have a golden chance of actually looking at that net run rate scenario as well. So we know that if they win this match, they are going to be crowded with that 6 points crowd in that points table. I mean, almost every team has 6 points except for Chennai and Mumbai at this stage.
It's gonna make a good
So
competition. First of all, it's gonna make a good
exact.
competition. Yeah, that's the thing.
So the only concern for SRH at this moment is their net run rate. They are the only ones with a negative run rate when it comes to that 6 pointer ka crowd jo baat kar rahe. So they have a golden chance of maybe bettering that in this one. So Varun, do you want to see SRH just going at it for boosting their net run rate, or do you feel that just get the win kaise bhi aata hai?
Would this net run rate go to the positives if we win this game by the 19th
Nah,
over?
it's difficult. It's very
Definitely.
difficult.
Guys,
But I
Tripathi is
think it
out.
will. Tripathi is out. Okay, so speaking about bettering the run rate, I think we have to have that conversation a little late. But Tripathi, after scoring a wonderful innings of 71, he has just got out after hitting a six to Russell. So Russell is known for this, man. He's known for taking wickets. But I think it's a little bit too late for KKR's sake. Satik bhai, do you feel the same?
You can't tell anything from here, but I think wickets are the key for KKR now from here.
Exactly. The wickets are the key, and that is why Russell's overs are going to be very crucial. He can get hit for a six, but he is also going to give you a wicket, at least in an over. So that is what the KKR team needs. And he got the big wicket of Tripathi. Now the big man, Nicholas Pooran, the West Indian against West Indian. The battle will be very, very interesting. If Nicholas Pooran gets out early, then it will be very, very interesting to see what happens, because Shashank Singh, Jagdish Shuchit, they are all still inexperienced, and let's see. I mean, it's all about Nicholas Pooran here. So Varun, still we should just keep our feet on the ground for now. But
Yeah, that's why I'm not
let's see
like
what happens.
celebrating anytime they hit a four or a six. I'm not smiling as much. I'm just staying calm. If we win, we win. I'll go celebrate. If we lose, okay, I'm just gonna stay like this, do my own thing.
Experience ho gaya yaar. Even with RR, I'm the same. Like, we can never trust our teams to do anything. To be very honest,
You can't
Jay
win
Bhai is saying
every.
that
You
why.
can't win every game.
Exactly, yeah, and especially in this kind of tournaments. I mean, very rarely you see teams winning on a trot, and SRH, for that matter, they are doing really well to be winning
Mm.
on a trot. So that is the best thing about that. Jay Bhai saying, why are KKR not trying out Venki to bowl an over or two? He has taken crucial wickets there when required. So Satvik Bhai, do you feel that Venkatesh Iyer should be bowling more than what he
One
is
over,
right now?
just 1 over. I think उसको try करना चाहिए. 1 over. You never know. 1 over उसको try करना ही चाहिए.
अभी ये मैच में आपको लगता है करेंगे, because the situation is not looking
No,
good.
like, I don't think crunch situation. I don't think he will be bowling. ये मैच में जब KKR बहुत प्राइम पोजीशन में होता तब अलग केस होता.
Yeah. Shankar Kapoor is saying Pooran will do KKR sure, and I said before, he seems like an SRH fan here. So let's see what happens. Nicholas Pooran is here on the crease, if I'm not wrong,
Where
and
did
first
this
ball it
poor
not
and
work.
Churan come from? Any idea?
No idea. I mean, we Indians love to do rhyming words of everything. So वो तो आदत ही है. So we can't rule that out. Pranav is saying कल के second match की big battle, Kohli versus Warner, Maxwell versus Pant, and Faf versus Shaw. कौन मारेगा ज़्यादा run? So Varun, your ex-favorite not ex-favorite, I think still your favorite. David Warner is on the field tomorrow, and it's going to be a
Yes.
big battle against your second favorite team, RCB. So, what do you think? What do you think will happen in that second match?
Oh god. DC versus RCB, right? I mean, uh, I think Faf du Plessis after his first, I think, couple of games, it's been hard for him to come back and accelerate into the big scores. I think he's been out for like 10, 20 runs right now, so that's been a problem for him. Anuj Rawat is slowly picking up the pace, so that's a good sign there. I think the finishing for RCB is pretty good. And then going to Delhi Capitals, they have a good opening now with Warner and Shaw. Looking at last game, it looked very good. So that's a good sign. I'm going with the Delhi Capitals on this game, not because Warner is on that team, but I think they have a pretty good bowling lineup as well. We saw that last game as well. Kuldeep was exceptional. Warner and Shaw were exceptional. Pant was just smacking the ball around the park. They have some good big hitters. They have great bowlers as well. I'm just going to go with DC here.
Interesting. So Delhi Capitals is the fan favorite here on the panel. Even one SRH fan in the comment section, Sai Ganesh, is saying we love Warner. So still
Who
the love
doesn't
has
love
not
Warner?
been lost.
Come on.
Exactly. Who doesn't love Warner? So definitely. So he's still SRH's favorite man. That's for sure. And to correct myself, Shankar Kapoor is saying that Bhai, I'm LSG for IPS eternity. So he's a die-hard Lucknow Super Giants fan. So tomorrow he'll be rooting for his team. It's a big one. I mean, both the matches are big ones tomorrow, especially for Lucknow Super Giants and both the clashes, Delhi Capitals and RCB. So Omkar is saying that he's supporting RCB for tomorrow night's game. Very interesting. He's an MI fan and supporting RCB. A very rare combination, to be very honest. Varun, to answer your question about the Puran Churan thing, Harbhajan said during Hindi commentary is what Vikrant here is saying.
Of course, it has to be Hindi commentary, of course.
वहां पे मतलब you can see this kind of creativity is happening.
Okay, there it is. I got it.
So yeah, I think Russell has bowled this over pretty well after being hit for a 6. He got the crucial wicket of Tripathi and then he kept Puran quiet, and large ball is still remaining. So let's see, anything can happen in this game.
4. Oh wow.
Okay,
Is it
nice.
nice?
While I was saying that and he hit a boundary. Typical.
It's nice.
Nice.
Something needs to be done. Some hard decision needs to be taken. People will not agree, but Varun Chakravarti kuch out of form. 2 overs 32 you can't give like this. 16 runs in over.
Don't play two spinners in Bradburn. Just don't play two spinners there. As I already said before, if the ball's not spinning, it's coming right onto the bat and the batsman are smacking them. Play with Sunil Narayan. He can give you the batting option, give you the bowling option. Right, and as you said, you can bring in Shivam Mavi or Mohammad Nabi. Right, he just take out Aaron Finch and bring in Mohammad Nabi. If you actually want that spin option again.
Finch, I will give him for one more match. Just one more match, Finch.
I heard that he just came in because Sam Billings was feeling unwell.
Yeah,
Sam Billings is a better player. I will agree. Sam Billings is a better player comparison to Finch.
Obviously. And then
maybe Sam Billings can be back.
Huh?
Yeah.
Spinners not
Sam Billings he can give you that wicketkeeper option, and then he can give you that extra Indian option as well in the lineup if you have Sam Billings. Because you have the wicketkeeper.
The biggest strength has been the spin, and if spin don't take wickets for KKR, that thing goes against KKR, which is a very big problem for them.
Exactly. Spin is going to be a very crucial factor because next game for KKR against Rajasthan Royals, who are a team which actually relies on their spin as well, Ashwin and Chahal. So it will be very interesting to see what happens because both the teams really rely on the spin. But Shankar is saying, what is KKR doing? Yeah, Varun.
Varun Chakravarti, every over he's leaking runs. He's, people are targeting him like, he's not a bowler.
I think it's not a mystery, but I think if you just play for 1 or 2 seasons, you can automatically read him. He's the kind of bowler that you can read him. I never expected something big out of him. He was good for 1 season, which is 2020. I think after that, people understood his line and length. You also saw him in the World Cup, right? He wasn't that successful. People read him in the UAE thatself. South Africa, Sri Lanka, all the teams almost played in IPL.
I guess match might be over here because 4-6. Markram is now hitting him.
4-6.
4-6 now.
Oh my god,
Yes.
my phone is lagging.
So that's why I was telling this Varun Chakravarti should not be given. I think Venki को एक over दे सकता था here. What's the
Varun
use?
Chakravarti is bowling. Oh god.
Yeah, so I think as Satvik
After
said,
2
that
overs, you
match.
should have stopped him. After 2 overs, you should have stopped Varun Chakravarti. Seriously.
And even Parth
Why
is
not?
saying that game is done and dusted. So जैसे सात्विक भाई कह
I
रहे
won't celebrate until we have something less than 15 runs or 10 runs to win, and then I'll start my whistles.
Come on, man, 24 or 26 balls,
No,
7
no.
wickets in hand.
I'm not gonna start anything right now. So
Yeah.
Umesh
Sai
Yadav
Ganesh-
also not taking wickets is really costing them. Umesh Yadav also not taking wickets.
I think we already talked about this high Ganesh. I think okay. I
Yeah.
think as I already said, it's just a 15-man squad. The third and fourth position is occupied by Kohli, Surya. Yeah,
Yeah, how can you give
Iyer.
3 overs 45 runs? 3 overs by 45 runs. How can you give in a T20 match? Seriously.
So I think harsh decision will be taken जैसे सात्विक भाई कह रहे हैं. So even I see the reason why they might look to drop
I
someone
will
like
tell you one thing. Remember last year, Prasidh Krishna को जब जडेजा ने मारा था इन यूएई में, दुबई में, हाँ, मॉर्गन ने उसको निकाल दिया था for the entire match, and KKR qualified for the finals. So something like that needs to be done.
Interesting. So same question मैं audience को भी पूछना चाहता हूँ. एक poll डाल देता हूँ. Should Chakravarti be dropped from KKR's next level?
okay.
So let's see what our audience feel.
I think with the World Cup experiences, many fans will just say, "No, we want him out."
Exactly. So I think it's a big call for KKR also because they retain this player, and we have seen other teams as well. जो जिनको retain किया, they have dropped them. RR did it with यशस्वी जायसवाल. SRH did it with Abdul Samad. Yeah, exactly. So you see that trend happening. So it's not like यार retain किया तो we will play him because of our ego. But I think something needs to be done. So let's see what our audience feel. And it already you can see 80% already dominated by yes. So 80% of our audience feel Chakravarti needs to be dropped. So very, very interesting.
No, you see, I told a practical thing. Last year, you have dropped Prasidh Krishna. After that, Jadeja onslaught. In fact, that they still qualified for the finals. Something like that needs to be done.
Exactly. So
And
let's see what happens. But yeah. Continue. Hello, Satvik.
I think he's done.
Yes, I can.
No,
Hello.
no issue.
Yeah. You can keep speaking.
Yeah, you can continue. You were saying something. Acha, no issues. But anyways, Vikrant has a comment here. MI के बारे में है. So I think this match is pretty much game done and dusted. So we're talking about MI here. If they lose tomorrow, they will equal RCB's 2019 record of 6 losses. I think even Delhi lost 6 in a row in 2013, if I'm not wrong.
Yes. You are right.
So it will be very interesting. But MI, if they lose
it's a
tomorrow,
record that after six losses, no team has qualified for playoffs. For playoffs after 6 losses. So if MI loses
KKR
tomorrow,
qualified last year, right? They only had 1 win out of 7 last game or 2 wins.
no, two.
I mean,
2 out of 6.
Okay.
Two, yeah. Interesting. So, but still, I think with a tournament of 10 teams, it is very difficult to qualify after such a comeback. So, if they lose tomorrow, then I think it's done and dusted, like officially.
Markram is also come to form. Good signs for SRH, I think.
Exactly. He just scored a 50. An amazing 50 for Aiden Makram, and that is what they really need. So pretty much an amazing
this
thing.
Williamson, I don't understand. This Williamson, what does he eat? Because run out missed. Oh, come on. Run out missed.
When it goes bad, it goes worse. That is
what does this Williamson eats? I don't understand. Every match he wins the toss. Every single match he plays, he wins the toss.
Yeah, I mean 5 matches in a row he has won the toss. So
Man, we
Varun,
used to say Virat Kohli and Kane Williamson were the most unluckiest people to win a toss. Now look, Kane Williamson 5 to 5. Aha.
yeah, थोड़ा सा luck
You
हमें
know,
भी
see,
दे दो.
AR
Just
is
have
also
lost
agreeing
4
with me.
tosses.
If you see, Sanjit bhai, AR is also agreeing with me. Some changes need to be made from KKR.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
9 losses in a row.
Yeah, I don't know about this stat. Omkar bhai, can you just give this stat in detail? 9
Let
losses
me
in
check.
2014.
IPL 2014, right?
Wow.
IPL 2014.
No, that nine
9
nine in
losses.
a row didn't come from the start. It was after एक match हार गया फिर जीत गया something like that.
Ah, okay.
Okay, but still 9 in a row. University team उतना भी गंदा नहीं खेलते
So
हैं.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god.
9. I don't think this record will be beaten, man. I don't think this is going to ever be beaten. 9 in a row. Come on, man. You can't lose that way.
Delhi Capital specialty.
I
Sorry,
think
Delhi
India
Daredevil
should now,
specialty. Capitals is
अभी
different.
जैसे अभी साउथ अफ्रीका भी इंडिया आ रहा है. I think नटराजन और उमर मलिक को रखना चाहिए. They should be kept in the squad at least.
I think Umran Malik will be a net bowler for India for T20 World Cup, and Natarajan should be definitely under contention for the World Cup this time around.
You know,
Because I
guys,
think
before the
Ramsey
IPL, I
actually
commented on
wanted him.
your.
Huh?
I actually commented on this channel that India needs a left arm bowler. Guys like Irfan Pathan and Zaid Khan have done so much. So you need a left arm fast bowler also.
Yeah. And he
You
can
need one left arm.
consistently hit those Yorker lengths as well, which is good. You got a left-hand death bowler as well. That's a good option.
If
Yeah,
if
and
you
there are lots
remember.
of. Yeah, continue.
If you remember Irfan Pathan, 2007 T20 World Cup final, he was the man of the match in that.
Which
Exactly.
year?
And 2007, I guess.
Yeah, 2007 final in which India beat Pakistan in the
Yeah.
final.
Oh, T20 World Cup?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Oh,
left
okay,
arm
okay.
is the lucky charm for India. And even Natarajan has experience playing in Australia. He just
Yes,
played a
yes.
series there in 2020.
And if you remember
lots
Zahir
of-
Khan, he was a joint highest wicket taker with Shahid Afridi in the 2011 World Cup. So he also played a big role in that match.
Exactly. And yeah, about the Delhi Daredevil stat, they played 5 matches in UAE. They won 2 and lost 3. Then once they came back in India, they lost 9, all the 9 matches. Wow. I mean, it's like reverse KKR. Like KKR lost their matches in India, and when they went to UAE, they just ran to the final last year. तो वैसे ही कुछ हुआ.
So
तो
how
yeah,
many?
it's a-
12 losses.
You know,
Yeah, 12 losses. My God.
I guess it's dusted now. 4 by Makram. It's just dusted. It's clearly dusted.
yeah, it's done. Yeah, this match is done and dusted. Makram is
Hey, oh.
Yeah, so Varun has dance मतलब match officially over हुआ है. He is the most मतलब conservative fan we know.
Let's
so once
go!
he has celebrated, once he has
You know,
celebrated,
whichever players were in the former team, they are performing well against them in this IPL.
yeah, I hope that KKR का कौन है? Prasidh is there for RR against KKR. So
Yes, another one.
yeah, it should-
Oh my.
yeah, I think SRH has done the job. 3 in a row they won, isn't that right? 6
Six
points.
now, six.
Amazing. So brilliant performance from Sunrisers Hyderabad, and they just keep on marching on in this edition of
But
the IPL.
today,
So
if I will tell you one positive for KKR was Nitish Rana in form,
Yes.
because people who against his selection also.
yeah, Nitish Rana definitely. I think he is one of the biggest positive for KKR in this match because he's such a crucial player of KKR. Even when
You
they
know
had
why
that comeback.
Makram played. You know why Makram played well
Aha.
today, as because Tripathi was there. If Tripathi would have gone out early today, you never know. Makram bhi jaldi out ho jata.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's all actually
Done,
ifs and
done.
buts, but
Match has been finished, guys. 6.
yeah. So Makram is really enjoying this over from comments here. So this match is done and dusted, but yeah, as Vikrant is saying, what a comeback by SRH in this season. I mean, it isn't a comeback. They basically were
Happy
expected.
because I said Cummins will be the game changer.
You know, I will wait for
The
that day,
game
guys.
changer.
I will wait for that day when Williamson loses the toss. That will be interesting to see what SRH does that day.
Yeah, I think they have chased in all the matches, right? They've
Right.
chased in all the matches. But yeah, definitely the party is on for Sunrisers Hyderabad. They win the match by 7 wickets and with almost 2 overs to spare. Like, wow. And definitely, yes, even Saigon is saying they played well against LSG also. They lost that match, but they played well for that part. So it's a brilliant season for them after that first loss against RR, and SRH has also joined that 6-pointer group. And KKR have suddenly being pegged back after 2 consecutive losses here. 6 matches, 3 wins, 3 losses, and net run rate also took a little bit of a hit here. But it's gonna be a pretty interesting IPL season here. So guys, thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for joining us on this watch along party and match analysis, as we like to call it. Hard luck, Satvik bhai. I mean, next game it's against RR, so I won't wish you all the best from my end. But I think from a neutral point of view, we hope to have a wonderful game. But Varun, congrats, man! Once again, it's gonna be a great morning for you. I think it's a working day for you. I think in US, so
Yeah,
you
it's
must
a
have a
holiday
wonderful.
for me.
It's a holiday, so
That's
that's a great thing.
super.
So you can just enjoy this, and we
Yes.
hope to see a wonderful reel coming in from you very soon. But thanks everyone for who joined in the comment section as well. Shankar, you were really great. Sai Ganesh, happy SRH fan. Vikrant was also there. Omkar with his tag. Jay Bhai. Parth was also there. Pranav, AR Forever, and Sports Unfiltered, and whoever I forgot to name. You have been a wonderful audience. We'll meet tomorrow as well. It's going to be a wonderful day, double header, and it's going to be very interesting. So till then, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, everyone. Good night. Sanchit Desai, your host, signing off. Take care.